All right, good evening. It is now 7:02, and I'll call the Master Plan Committee meeting of Thursday, September 12th, 2024 to order. Let's do a roll call vote. We'll start with you.
Roll call.
Oh, Carol Goglinski here.
Bob and Eric.
Ross Smith.
Marcus Booker.
Gordon Larrabee. Matthew Benoit.
Rich Preston. Do we have anybody online? No? No Zoom participants? Okay.
I was informed in advance that Mike Schlesman couldn't be here tonight, but I didn't hear from anyone else.
Okay, so we don't have any on Zoom as of this moment.
Sorry, Brandon Moore did also reach out, said he's been absent lately because he just had a new kid, welcome to the family, so he's been a little busy, but he'll be hoping to come to the next one.
Great, great. And we should follow up on John.
Yeah.
Yeah, see what he's about.
Linda, we knew wasn't going to be here tonight as well.
Okay,
So it's really just John and Bob, Bob Moran.
okay.
He wasn't here for the last one either.
Yeah, because if they're not interested, then maybe we can find some people who are. We don't want it to be tight at all these meetings, whether we're going to have a quorum or not, you know. And, all right, so if you would be so kind, take a look at the minutes that Linda did for us. Let me know what you think. Is it just you, Emily, you're running solo?
Sam should be here shortly.
All right.
I did see him today, so he's around.
If you'd like, I can give an update on the website.
Sure.
I've worked out the kinks on it. You can now open it on your phone. Before, it was a disaster.
Hey,
It
Sam.
was spread all over the place, and some of the text was everywhere. But now it's finally looking good. Everything's on there. I've been updating the agendas and minutes on there.
Good.
But it's ready for our survey whenever we're ready to post it.
Were you able to add a link to the town homepage?
That's the one thing I wasn't able to do yet.
Okay.
I need to get Lisa Freeman's permission to do that.
Okay, cool, thank you.
Yep.
Any thoughts on the minutes?
Almost.
Need some more time?
We had also created a website just because we do that for every
Okay.
master plan that we do. It's kind of just the standard. So it's an option to do. So we can decide which one we want to kind of refer people, like the public to.
Can you guys track attendance and people who visit yours?
I don't know.
Not sure.
Because we cannot. Figured it out.
Because we have a brand new like CMRPC website, so I don't know if that came with any fun tracking capabilities.
Or at least a counter. See how many
Yeah,
times it's visited
just,
there.
I'm sure there's gonna be something. We'll ask Anthony.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay. I had one question for the committee, Bob. At the end of paragraph 1, I suppose, it says, it makes a distinction between excused and not excused. Do we make that distinction, and is it necessary?
Yes, it is, because then you can determine whether or not you can remove members or not.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry, Bob. What you can? So,
No, that's true, and as you were saying, a notified absence is acceptable.
Yep. Three
But
straight,
but a no-show,
yeah, 3 straight no-shows without notice are grounds for removal.
is that something new?
It's something I learned about last year.
Okay.
So we were working on our conservation members because they weren't showing up, and we were trying to figure out what we were going to do.
Yeah, that's a thing. All right.
I just got one question. On number 5, the last sentence, are you willing to pay higher taxes for these extra services? I thought we decided not to put that in. Or did we?
Some had,
I think we did decide to put it in.
yeah, at the end, it was mentioned again, and nobody had said no to it. But then, and it was just Carol and the woman who sits here.
Linda Brown.
Yeah, that were talking about it at the end. Emily and I had gone over that again, and we weren't really sure if it would be a good fit for the survey, just because it doesn't really tell us much in terms of like, it doesn't really inform the plan. It's hard to imagine we would get a majority of people saying, yes, I'd be willing to pay higher taxes. So, you know, I don't know if you had more you wanted to say on that.
Yeah, I don't know. Any thoughts on that?
Let me ask you one thing. Has any other town ever put that question in there?
No.
No.
So the consensus I would take is I wouldn't put it in there.
But just because another town didn't put it in doesn't mean that we shouldn't. We
I
could be smarter than other towns.
could be, but I'm just saying, at least I wouldn't.
But these minutes reflect what we discussed last week, not
Yes.
what we're discussing.
Now.
That's right.
Correct.
True. We can talk
Yeah.
about this more.
Yeah.
So we have you want a motion to approve as,
Motion to approve these as presented.
all right, do we hear a second?
I'll second.
Okay, so it's a motion made by Bob, seconded by Ross. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
I,
Those opposed, those abstaining, the ayes have it.
Roll call because of the...
No one else.
There's no one online. See, thought you were going to get me there, Bob. Not tonight.
Ryan.
Sorry.
Conservation does roll call anyway, but
I saw that.
I don't mind it. Helps the minutes bigger.
All right, so we have Emily and Sam from CMRPC here with us again tonight. Welcome. It's good to see you, and the floor is yours.
Cool. I have more handouts.
All right.
Rounds of these again.
thank you.
I know.
Great, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So, I guess first thing to go over is we've made the edits from the last meeting into the survey, the online version, and then we created a paper version, which is, you can see a lot more condensed and easier to read than what the platform kind of just puts out. So, yeah, I figure if we need to go through this question by question, I guess that would make the most sense. Then you can see some of the maps we had included in there, and yeah, just curious your overall thoughts on this. So I guess let's just go through it. There might be a few questions that we had, but overall I think it looks really good. I'm happy with it. Trying to see. Oh, I guess the big thing me and Sam had discussed was on page 2, because we were trying to think of a good question to figure out how long people plan to live here, and so we kind of ended up breaking it into 2 questions. So question number 2, how long do you plan to live in Douglas? And then it kind of breaks it out by numbers of years. But then we weren't sure if that totally captured people who plan to, retire here and spend their later years here. So we added a 3rd question there. So I'm curious if you like having that 3rd question in there, or if there's a better way to kind of phrase this
No.
and capture what we want.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah,
About the retirement? Yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
I think it's really helpful.
Yeah.
It's relevant.
Great. I don't know if there were any other big changes other than, honestly, I feel like we can go right to land use, because that's what I kind of want the most input on. So Sam had put together these tables. Page
Page 1.
8, sorry, page 8.
Yep.
So there's a couple tables there. So we've got the It breaks it out by the types of permanently protected open space in Douglas.
That's on page 9.
Oh, that's on page, yeah, 9, I guess, yeah. And then the percentages breaking down the land use and land cover type. And then you can kind of open it up. There's a few maps in there. So we've got, the big kind of purpley one is the zoning.
Where did you guys get this?
I don't know.
These are not the colors on our zoning map.
Oh yeah, I can change it to the colors in the zoning.
Yeah, I mean, I can just give you the zoning map.
Sure.
Sure.
if you want.
To match what's on our website.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make the most sense.
Yeah. I've seen so much purple.
Yeah. Yeah, then the land use land cover map. And then an open space map.
I gotta
So-
fix the legend of this.
Does this kind of reflect what we had talked about at the last meeting? Does this kind of meet your expectations? Is it too much? Should we condense it?
I have a question, just looking at the map. That area on 16 towards Webster, that's owned by the state.
A lot of that's privately owned. A lot of it's Emerson Smith's property.
No, on
Oh,
the
sorry.
north side.
Right, you're right.
But
it
on the
is.
south side, it isn't.
You're right, but it's zoned industrial.
Right, but I think what we have to do is we have to show people, though, what the state actually owns, even though it's zoned industrial.
Well, we have another map for that.
That's on the third map.
Okay, let me see. We have everything that the state owns? Oh, that sounds good. Okay, yep, now I see it. Yep, that sounds good. That looks good.
Would it be possible to put another 16 on the road going into Webster here? So they know that's a
Yeah.
continuation
Yeah, which
of
map
16?
on the open
Number
space?
three.
On it, all of them?
All of them.
There's no number on them?
Yeah, 16 square inside the square.
So you have 16 here, but you're not showing it, it continues on out this way for a relationship with the route.
And can you add the word Webster on the left side, Oxford, Sutton, Oxford?
Yeah, sure. Their town labels. Yeah.
Now, where did you,
People will orientate themselves.
where did you get this map that you know what the state owns?
It's from Mass GIS. They have data. I think they get it from DCS, Division of Conservation Services of the whatever larger agency owns them. But yeah, they provide the data through
Because
the
this-
state's
This isn't
website.
exactly going the way our town map is.
Oh yeah.
The only reason that I say that is,
Oh, this is Wait, no. Yeah, this is all. This should be accurate. What's wrong with it? Sorry.
It's in our open space plan, this map. Right?
Yeah.
okay, there's an area up there that's called Chamberlain Pond. And in the town maps and in some deeds that I have, my father actually owns that. My father's passed away since. And if that's Chamberlain Pond that I'm looking at, which I think it is, that's farther down, but I think that's Chamberlain Pond.
Okay.
Where are you referring to?
If you go down the Webster line, going south down the Webster line,
Yep,
you can see that it looks like a little round circle with a little brook coming out of it.
yep,
I think that's Chamberlain Pond,
okay.
but I might be wrong.
I'll check it.
So I'm just curious to how this is. I mean, I don't think it's a big deal because it's yeah, then like the colors between private and private nonprofit, the color is so close, it's kind of hard to tell what you're looking at.
Yeah, we can take some of that stuff out
Yeah.
of the legend because I believe, I mean, there's no federal land in town. There's no county land in town.
Right.
And then you had suggested, so we changed one of the tables to permanently owned open space, but this is all open space regardless of whether it's permanently protected or it has limited protection or not. So we could change this all to just permanently protected open space, and then it would just be divided between state, municipal, and private, because those are the only owners of permanently protected open space. And that would be more clear.
So
be
if the state
understood by
owns, it's
public.
permanently protected?
As far as the state-owned lands in this town, they are all permanently protected. yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, according to that too.
Carol, you're right. That one is for owned
It's,
John Hutnack,
yeah,
Carol. She owns her land.
So it's labeled wrong in here?
yeah, I don't think it's no big crisis. Trust me, I don't think my father's gonna come back from the grave and challenge you.
Can I make a suggestion? When
Sure.
you get like the two yellows, when you look at the map, you can't tell which yellow you're looking at.
Yeah, we're gonna
If you make
take some
one
of
of
these
them
out.
crosshatched
Yeah.
and the other one not crosshatched, you could actually keep them the same yellow.
I don't even think we really need either of the yellows,
no
just because there's no yellows in town. So we can just get rid of them both.
And you
But-
do the
Yeah,
same
that's the
thing
other
with the reds.
But the
You got
red-
3 reds and a pink and a.
Yeah, they look,
Yeah, this was
one
just, yeah.
crosshatched, and that way you
Yeah.
can't mess up the color.
So the town, and I mean, just took ownership of 100+ acres off of Conservation Drive. Like, we just took ownership of this.
Oh, nice.
cool.
And it's probably not in the GIS data yet,
Okay.
but it'd be nice to show that
Yeah.
on here if we could. I can give you the parcel information.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that just took place a couple weeks ago.
Is that from the Douglas Sutton project?
Yep.
And someone else is supposed to be donating some land up there too, next to it.
I heard Rob Cherry.
Rob Cherry.
Yeah, donating a parcel. Yeah.
I have a question, Matt. On the first map, are you saying that in our zoning maps, there are areas that are actually zoned industrial that are actually a part of the state forest?
Right.
So they should be under state forest open space, correct?
This is just a zoning map, though.
Yeah,
This
but
just shows the
let me
zone.
give you a thing on that. I remember when we did that on master plan, we made state forest overlays. The assessor got on my case, why did you do that? And I said, well, she says, we get returns, money that we send back based on the underlying zoning. When they figure out how much they got at the pilot, she said, when you do that, you're affecting what we can get back for money. I said, well, nobody told us when we did it. So this is why we don't want to be too quick to do that, because we don't want to, we want to make sure we can get as much money out of the state as we possibly can.
Right.
So that's the only reason that I say don't be in a rush to do that.
I guess. I mean, if there's no possibility that it'll come back to private ownership, but if it does, it's technically zoned industrial and it could be used that way, if it's currently zoned that way.
Need an act of legislature to come out.
Yeah,
It's not likely.
Yeah,
That won't happen.
okay.
Yeah, no, this is just the zoning map. It's not identifying ownership of parcels.
right.
So,
Isn't that area for the adult entertainment
yeah, that's an overlay district.
is in that area too, right?
Yep.
So if the state wants to bring in the dancers,
Right.
we've got the zoning for it. They can't say we don't.
Yeah, you had to put it somewhere. I don't know if
We
you
had to
remember
put it
that.
somewhere.
Yeah, you had to have it. You had to put it somewhere, so
That's where we put it.
put it up in the
Right.
boons.
Out in the woods, out in the woods.
Otherwise, it was coming downtown or something, remember?
Yeah. Well,
Adult entertainment overlays.
Is it in the corner?
Yeah.
The state should not be telling us what to put in our town. Right?
So, now that we're getting into it, what about our aquifer overlay?
I think it's the thing about the
Include
speech.
that in part of this? I mean,
Would it be a separate map, another
yeah,
map?
then we're adding another map just for,
It'd be nice to have in there so if people have questions and/or development comes in, they can see it right off the bat.
Yeah, but the survey's not for those
Yeah,
type
for
of
the
people.
purpose of the
Right.
survey.
yeah.
I was going to say, what did that,
Who's gonna develop in Douglas,
Yeah.
gonna do the research, have a,
Right.
would it add clarity or confusion?
Or,
I think we're adding too much confusion to it.
yeah, I think so.
For what we're looking for right now.
Yeah.
So we don't want the
CIG.
overlays added?
Yeah.
Not the aquifer.
Yeah.
they knew
Just
there was
some
no
of
aquifer there.
No, I don't
Let's
think
put
we should
away.
have the aquifer overlay.
They would have a consulting firm.
I think
for
it'd
that
be-
stuff anyways.
Should maybe we put a notes on these maps that say, not for official use?
Sure.
Like, don't go to these maps and say, hey, this is, you know, so-and-so or whatever. This is just for general,
Yeah, I think that'd be good to add, maybe, I don't know how much the average person is like familiar with like a zoning map too. So maybe just a sentence saying like, this shows what is allowed to be built here or something.
Right.
This isn't what is the
Right.
land covered.
yeah.
This isn't the
But
official town.
not official, correct.
Yeah.
Official,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Refer it to the town website for the latest update.
Just so somebody doesn't come into,
Yeah, use for,
say, hey, I could put a house over here, because it's show.
maybe used for survey purposes only, just a disclaimer.
Yeah, survey purposes only.
It's a good
Which
idea.
is correct, but you want your maps as accurate as possible,
Yeah.
because you're trying to ask people to answer questions about these maps.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you're in a fine line where
They need to,
if you want a correct response on questions, you need to have the correct information presented to get an accurate
Zoning
response.
maps right on our website.
oh,
So these should be as accurate
Totally
as
different
possible.
colors.
as
Right.
of today, the snapshot of.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, I could just
As
change
it
the
is
colors, that's-
today, this should be the most up-to-date maps that are put into this format.
Are you
Take 2 years.
including the aquifer overlay or no?
No, these three that we're looking at,
Okay, all right.
these three that we're looking
No,
at.
I agree. It should be as accurate as
Yeah.
possible.
It was a long
I
time.
print this out on 11 by 17, it's gonna get really tight.
We can just, I can change the colors to be exactly those colors.
We're gonna
And then,
quicker.
add, did you want to add the adult entertainment overlay?
It's on the
Yeah,
zoning
right.
map.
Yeah.
It's a tiny
Well, that
overlay.
makes sense. But wait, is the aquifer protection one, is that just like not an official one yet? Is that what the sort of?
It is, it's just, we
That's
just
the
don't need
well
it.
protection heads.
Yeah, we don't need it for this.
Sure.
Yeah, it's underneath all the roads and gas stations.
So zoning map also has a zoom in of the downtown. Shows like a close-up of that.
Oh, we can do that too.
oh, yeah.
That is complicated downtown.
Yeah, I mean, even if you use the actual zoning map, but it's, you can actually read it on 11 by 17.
Yeah.
Just use it.
You think it would be easy to read?
It might be.
Would there be any need to blow up certain areas like downtown
That's,
in terms of servicing that we talked about? Sorry.
yeah, he
It's
said
tough
that.
to read the street names and stuff, like that's gonna be a little tough.
Could be another footnote for more accurate or more descriptive zoning or whatever, you know,
Whatever you
refer to
Alright.
the town's website. You know, if somebody wants to say, oh, what's this? And then they can go to their website and
Right.
Right.
answer that question that way.
Yeah.
And someone who does their homework looking for a supermarket in Douglas is the number one question that we get presented. They can go to the zoning map and say, okay, we can't put it in a residential area, has to go commercial.
If we get a supermarket and a drugstore, I'm going to call this a win.
Yeah.
So if
You
we
know?
put an answer in front of the
Oh,
supermarket, right? We can put it in the.
Having the fold out is nice, though. That's a good idea.
Look nice.
yeah, it does look good, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
You can have a Hooters, Hannaford's.
I think we took a left here, Bob.
Supermarket or something.
I don't think we even have a place to put one, do we?
You know, I was just thinking about that today.
Well,
We
maybe,
don't have, put a market basket in Douglas, where would you put it?
down at the corner of 16 and over near the bridge there on North Street, North and Gilboa.
No.
Not big enough?
It's that property is a Z.
Okay, so that's not gonna work.
You could put a strip mall there,
Yeah,
or a drugstore,
right. But no-
not a market basket.
What's going on in the old mill, the old Schuster Mill? Is there activity in there?
Yeah, marijuana. You can smell it, stinks the place up.
120 Gilboa?
The mill,
The old,
Yeah.
yeah. I've always thought that'd be great, adaptive reuse of that old building to put a franchise in there or something. I don't know if Market Basket or any of those do that, or
The whole
CBS.
top floor is pretty much empty except for the pot place.
Yeah.
Growing.
you know, lease them the space.
The
and,
envelope company's on most of the bottom floor.
You get a big parking lot, access to 146.
But I think it's pretty well used, the building is.
It is. There's always cars there. Town owns the Buckeye property. What are we gonna do with that?
The what? The Buckeye?
Yeah,
Where's that?
it's
Ohio.
east of the fire station. It's like, used to be the mobile pipeline.
The mobile
Has a-
pipeline.
Oh,
as you
okay,
go
yeah,
down.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of acreage, but there's a lot of wetlands, so be a lot of.
And that is aquifer
And that's
plus.
aquifer.
That's
Yeah.
That
aquifer,
is
plus that's
aquifer
really on
plus right
the, on the
there.
wellheads.
Yep.
That is centrally located, though.
Was
Yeah.
excluded from that site.
Yeah, it used to be called Centerville, I think.
Yeah.
Alright, getting low.
Did we go off the rails here?
Yep.
We did.
That's when we throw it back to Emily, sorry.
All right, so.
Rack the whip. Hey.
Maps are fun.
Can you
They're very
label
distracting.
some of the major streets? Could you label some of the major streets, like South Street, Northwest Main, Southeast Main?
Yeah.
Is that getting too complicated?
No, I think that helps orient people when they look at this. Not everyone is familiar with looking at a map of the town.
Is it 96 South Street?
Yeah.
Any like locations maybe we should like label or anything? Just like,
Well, we do have some questions regarding downtown, right? In terms of
Yeah.
businesses and parking, could we have a blow up of the downtown?
yeah.
We were gonna do that on the zoning map, I think, because it's harder to see some of the more central districts. But did you want it blown up like on the open space map as well, or?
What do you think? How big should
Land
it
use
be?
maps?
Give people a sense of what's going on there.
Doesn't need to be in the open space map. There's no open
Yeah.
space there.
Yeah, true.
Or
Zone
or
map.
one by itself.
I think it has to be one
Yeah,
by
maybe by
itself.
itself, I guess. huh?
Yeah, okay.
Bigger the better.
Yeah.
And then label like a few businesses or streets.
Yeah.
Or library.
Yeah, the municipal law.
Sure.
This is gonna work for the digital survey. Folks are gonna have to
Oh.
go back and forth.
Well, let me show you what it looks like when you take it off.
Yeah.
I noticed it's blue and white themed.
Yes, I did change. That's the right
Nice.
blue.
Yes.
I always follow blue. Work for Auburn, blue and gray. Natick, blue and orange. That's
So
blue and
funny.
white. Everywhere I go.
Right, so this is kind of what it looks like online. You can see the screen.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, so you can kind of just scroll through them and then you'll get to the question. Unfortunately, we couldn't figure out a way to kind of like click it and blow it up if people want to zoom in. Maybe if they have it on their screen, they can do it with like fingers or
I
something.
would think so.
I don't know. There's a lot of things you can do with this survey platform, but then there's some limitations that are kind of annoying.
Yeah.
You can blow it up with your mouse.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Yeah.
a lot. Well, geez, then you got Evergreen too. It's even higher. It's
Yeah.
72% of our towns. Wow.
This has got to be one of the #1 towns for forest land in the
Yep.
region.
What did you say, 72% of the town is what?
Forest, one way or the other.
Yeah.
Undeveloped,
It's an evergreen. And then there were forested wetlands and all sorts of things. Wow.
They sprayed for mosquitoes on the roads.
So there's a lot of open space.
We've
Yeah.
become reforested, that's for sure. The whole state has.
You want to keep it, you want to keep it that way.
When I was a kid, there were fields everywhere. You could see everywhere. Now you can't see 10 feet off the road.
That's because we all need glasses, Carol.
No, it's been so forested. That's
You're
what
right.
it
It's
is.
grown up, yeah.
Trees have all grown up. It doesn't take long.
Yeah, if you look at
No, it
pictures from the mid-1800s or whenever, that period before a lot of people started going west, it's all clear cut.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I saw some pictures up on 16. It was like 2 trees standing where the state forest is.
Wow.
You know, it was all owned by that was the OPEC. It's where everybody got their heat and everything.
Yeah.
What was interesting was that people would buy that, cut off the wood, and let the property go back for back taxes. The property had no value. The only value was the wood that was growing on it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Remember the old cut cord programs?
Yeah.
The state
Town
forest.
service
But this was before it became state forest, it was private land.
survey looks good.
And even
Yeah, the
different places,
opportunities to-
my grandmother
Yeah.
in the
And do your
1920s
own
was
concerns.
doing that. She was buying land, I came across a lot of it
Yeah.
with her name on it. And then they wouldn't pay the taxes, the town take it for back taxes because it had no value.
Cut the wood and,
Cut the wood and that was it. After
Find
that,
another
and the
piece.
taxes were
Have we
$2.
moved on? Okay, we've actually moved on. Sorry.
I'll get your gavel if you want.
yep.
No, I can have some fun. I don't need a gavel. So we, town services, you were talking about that?
Yeah,
Okay, what page are we
I
on?
don't think I made too many changes to this.
Page
Just
10.
added town hall offices and services as an option, and public parking at the end, added that as an option. Anything else you notice in this that might be missing or should be rephrased?
A good order also.
On number 20, should you put in the prefer not to answer also? We did it on the top two.
You're already on point.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
I'm looking through stuff.
I'm still on 9.
Yeah, we're still on 9.
20.
Cruising.
But yes, that's a good call, I missed that.
It's all right. I'm just taking a general look. So, yeah. It is the town site. Facebook.
Oh, I didn't know we had one.
Yeah, I opened it up at the last meeting,
Who set it up?
but then you made me think about it. I was like, I thought it was town, and it is,
Like the town runs it?
I don't know.
Oh, what are you looking at? The
Facebook.
website? Facebook page we set up.
Oh, okay. It's like,
Don't worry.
But it's,
the town did that.
but it's on the town for the Douglas master plan. Yeah.
Okay, so we skipped a little bit there. Are we good with transportation and circulation?
Okay, what page was that on?
That was 11,
Yeah, okay, well,
sorry.
11,
And
yeah.
then cultural and historic resources.
Oh, yeah, this one, I had a quick question on number 14. The location of the grammar school, is that Gleason Court or is that a
Yeah,
different address?
yeah, Gleason
Okay,
Court.
so by saying the old grammar school on Gleason Court, that's correct. Okay.
You couldn't find it there on Google Maps.
Yeah, we were looking around.
Well, I think
What is the street name?
officially, when it turns like to the driveway of the elementary school, so Gleason Court, stop, but it would be Gleason Court. You'd have to get,
Okay.
Okay.
Gleason
It's like
Court to
tucked
get to
back?
it, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's why.
So it's kind of like where it ends and the driveway to the elementary start.
Okay.
Behind the post.
The Google cars haven't made it up that way
Behind-
yet.
Right, so I would call it Gleason Court.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine.
It's a public way up to a corner. Up to cul-de-sac that's supposed to be built near the, what's the first school, the elementary school?
Yeah, first, the elementary school.
Cul-de-sac right there, that's the end of the public, and the rest of it is an internal driveway.
Yep.
And then on that question too, at the end, we added an option, because we have a bunch of options if it were to be repurposed. We added one, none. I think the building should be demolished. Is that an okay thing to include there? Is that what we
Why
wanted at the
not?
end?
Sure. Sad, but
Yeah,
Some
just
people
wanna
might
know what
feel that
people-
way.
And/or
Be good to know.
non-building should be sold.
Yeah. So it's owned by the town, so
The town could sell
sold to,
a private entity.
But how should we phrase that? Because
Leave it on other,
Or
they can write
leave
it
on
down.
other.
leave it on
Yeah.
other.
I mean, we have been trying to sell. If we could get somebody that would come up with a good plan on bringing that back onto the tax rolls and with a nice, whatever it is,
I've been great with the
sell it
commission's
in a
survey
heartbeat,
to help make the lot more buildable, less
Yeah.
conforming.
right?
So I've just got the green light for that today, actually.
Because, you know, it's so hard for a municipality to rehab any of these things, because they're under prevailing wage, it triples the cost of everything. The private developer comes in and they can do it.
you have to
They'll
get
sink a lot
like
of
stored
money.
tax credits. and
Right,
all these
exactly,
things.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so,
be interesting to see what the, what kind of results we get from the,
Right.
from the public,
yeah,
Yeah.
Right now, we're getting 0 tax dollars.
right.
yeah.
probably paying for upkeep.
Most people aren't
All
aware,
liability, yeah.
most people aren't aware of what it costs for a town to redo something like this compared to a private person. We, remember when they looked into using it for the school
Yes. as
administration?
Administrative
And the
offices.
price
yeah.
that came, what was it, $6 million?
I don't recall.
And that was 20 years ago?
Wow.
And they said it was cheaper to build a new building than to try to rehab that one?
Okay, so that's okay for the options? And then the question just before that on CPA, did I phrase that correctly with the, I gave a little description of what CPA is, but then I said funds will be collected from a surcharge of 1.5%
Yep.
on property tax bills with an exemption of the first 100,000 of residential or commercial property value, plus exemptions for qualifying low-income households or low to moderate income senior households.
That's right. Okay. Yep. I think that's the way.
Okay, just wanted to double check that I'm not spreading false information to the town. Yeah, otherwise I think that was okay.
Fifteen's open-ended, I like that.
Yeah.
It's good,
Yeah, I think 15 is good. We might find some surprises there.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 16 and 17 open-ended.
Those are good.
Gravel questions. Yeah, and the last page there, we've got, our agency, we have created a website for the master plan, just because we do this for all the master plans we do with other towns too. So we have information on like what a master plan is and links to anything helpful. Maybe information on the committee. I haven't read through the website very much, but so we can keep that one on there, or if you would prefer, I haven't looked at the one that's on the town website.
What's the difference? Are they competing with one another? Do they complement each other? Or are they the same?
I think with the Facebook one, you can see how many people like and follow the page, right? That's helpful. With our page, we can't do anything like that. I mean, one of the other, we should put them both on there. So folks even learn how to navigate the town website, that's also a plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Get
you
them
want to
to it.
direct people to that website, that's,
At least get into it and they can,
Now, you said you have your own CMRPC website, right?
yeah, just
That's
because-
what I'm referring to, not Facebook.
Yeah,
We
not
don't have Facebook, but you're setting up the Facebook. It's the two master plan websites.
Who's setting up Facebook?
It's already out.
Who set it up?
we
They
did.
did.
You did,
Yeah.
okay.
I think typically the town site is just used to keep track of meeting dates and stuff.
Yeah.
What's happening with the committee, whereas the master plan website is just more of a comprehensive look at like how the master plan is going.
Yeah.
So I guess you could, to answer your question, they do complement each other.
Yeah, and if it's easier for us to kind of update like our website more frequently, if there's any like, yeah, immediate things that need to be posted. Okay. Well, let's take a look. I'm gonna just take
Are we up to 20 yet?
Yeah, we are up to 20.
Okay, I think you should need, you have another one there, rather not answer.
Oh, yeah, we got that
I
down.
already, yeah.
If people figure they have to put that in, they won't do it at all.
I already said that about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, you did? I didn't
I
hear
jumped
you.
ahead.
12,
I'm
12 minutes.
losing my hearing.
Was it?
12 minutes. I was watching.
Where are we on demographic?
No, 20, when they ask for people's income. I think it should have one, I'd rather not answer.
Yeah,
I wrote it down for
not the answer.
there you go.
Yeah,
Other than
which
that,
is a nice way of saying none of your business.
right?
That's really good.
I like that.
Otherwise, yes,
I like
Yeah.
it.
nice.
Yep. Good job.
Looks good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, you
it
got
does look
prefer
good.
not to answer on the age, so yeah, just put prefer not to answer on the one below it.
Got it. Fine.
Yeah.
So,
Any other thoughts or considerations about any of the survey that we talked about so
Not
far?
on the survey, you know?
Good, well done.
Yeah, awesome.
Good job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
Nice,
Very nice.
Couldn't
sweet.
have done it without you all. That's a lot of great input.
And I think that the survey covers what's on our board
Yeah.
pretty well.
Yeah.
Everything that we're going over.
Just make
you
the
know?
minor amendments that we talked about, we'll talk about that at the meeting next week, and get this thing out, all right? Let's get it.
Yeah, yeah, in terms of the launching date, I feel like we could do it after the next meeting, because the
Yeah.
next meeting's on Wednesday, so it's
Yep.
really coming up, so maybe
Yep.
on Thursday, we could just
Yeah,
open it up.
Nice.
Okay, that sounds,
When is our next meeting?
Next week.
Next week?
Yep.
Let me make sure I have it in here.
do a vote to approve it next week.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
This here flyer now, this is one that's gonna be where? Purpose
Yeah.
of this
So
one.
it's on the, Wednesday, the 18th is
That's a
our next
print
meeting?
one, so it would be wherever,
Yeah, I got it
wherever you
on
think
there.
it should go.
The only question I have, if you don't mind on this one, it should say affecting the town for the next 20 years. In someplace, you know what I mean? And right now, it sounds like it's for right now, but this is for the future. Well, now and the future, I should say. So if that was on it, it could help,
Yeah.
you know?
Your town, your voice, your future.
Yeah, your town, your voice, your future.
Yeah,
I could choose that.
yeah, something like that, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, does everyone have the, that we're looking at?
Postcard.
Are we holding off on approving the survey? Is that what you said, Matt?
Mention it.
Yeah, till next Wednesday?
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Finalize the maps and everything.
Okay, that's cool, great.
Prefer not to answer on the income.
So this has a date on it.
QR code's not allowed.
And I was gonna talk about that, because we were talking about where we're gonna meet, if I may, Mr. Chairman.
Yes,
So, this room, max capacity in this room's 101. Are we gonna get 100 people?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I don't know.
And this room's available most Thursdays, except for the days that we have meetings. No one else is usually in here. So I think a Thursday is a pretty good day to do this.
Would it be possible to reserve both venues, this and the gym, in case we get overflow?
The gym's probably gonna be taken with basketball practice.
Okay.
It's generally gonna be booked up.
All right.
But
It's a long shot, but if we do get more than 100, how's that going to work?
we
Do we
should don't
turn-
tell the fire marshal.
Do we turn people away?
Well, it have to be 100 people at a time, too,
Right.
right? So you're gonna
Right.
have people kind of
Walking in and
grazing
out.
through,
Yeah.
Right.
you know?
Yeah, my
I've
thought,
never had 100 folks at any of these.
We have trouble getting 100 folks at the town meeting.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said to the town administrator. He goes, and just use the resource room.
Yeah, just thinking, if lightning strikes, you never
The
know.
biggest thing is there gonna be enough seating?
Maybe not enough seating.
Yeah, there's extra chairs in the next room they bring over.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna have people here for a while,
Yeah, I
you're
don't
gonna make them all stand.
Yeah, I don't think you
up
can
here
get
in the
100
back.
chairs.
What
Can
we
you?
did when we had Upper North Street, we had two community outreach meetings. First one, we thought we were gonna have a lot of people. A third of the town lives over there. So we had it at the school auditorium with the town meetings.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, we have 20 people show up.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, they had 4 rows to themselves.
Yeah.
So we had the next one here, and we had probably 60, 70 people.
Yeah.
It was crowded.
Yeah,
It was wall-to-wall people.
yeah.
But we had extra chairs, everybody sat down. A lot of people wanted to stand.
Yeah. No, I'm just throwing it out there, you know, just
Yep.
so that, at old doc, you know, at 5 minutes to 7, we're all like,
If we gotta turn people away, that's a win. I mean, that's a lot of people here. That'd be great.
no, I'm just saying
So
about
there's some
seats.
dedication to this.
What is the format? Presentation, breakout groups, do we know?
We usually,
Set this up like a
yeah, you wanna
charrette.
get into it?
yeah, so yeah, I think that's the thing that would kind of determine.
Yeah.
So, my thought is to do it more of like an open house style, so it's a little more come and go as you please. We'll have kind of different stations. We have a bunch of our staff that will show up, and we'll have kind of a discussion or activity or visioning drawing, I don't know, sticky notes, something like very interactive at kind of each station, and each station will be focused on like a different like topic, according to like the chapter
This might not
elements.
be big enough then.
So, that was my thought, but also like if you would prefer to have more like of a presentation style and maybe question and answer, we could also do that. So it's kind of up to you folks. I don't know if Sam, you want to?
Yeah, I mean, like what Carol said, those workshops do get like pretty rowdy and pretty like, because if we are in the off chance we do bring up to like 100 people, then like it's gonna be super loud in here, and we might not be able to hear over each other. But at the same time, like, I don't know, like this. I'm worried that this room might be too small. Is what Hope's saying.
If you've got stations, can't you put 2 stations in the next room?
Can use a community room as well.
Could we? Is that room open?
Yeah, that room's not very big.
Or even in the hallway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could use the
Maybe the hallway, more the
Yeah.
hallway than that, because then it's part of this. Do you know what I mean? Getting that with a separate room. Put them in the hallway.
It's
People
gonna
walk around in the hallway.
move up and down and into here.
Or
and-
all three.
So we're talking
Yeah.
introductory comments, very brief maybe, orientation, this is what's going to happen? And how many stations do you think we're talking about?
7 chapters.
Yeah, we have like one for each chapter. We have one on like the visioning, and
Yeah, about 8 stations.
yeah, around 8, yeah,
Yeah.
8 or 9.
6 in here, 2 in the community room.
We use the hall for overflow
The
maybe?
hallway too.
When you did the second North Street
5
meeting
here,
in here,
1
did
in
you
the
guys
hall.
break
Yeah.
up these
2 in
tables?
the community room.
Yeah.
Bob, did you guys
Well,
break up
yeah.
these tables when you did the North Street meeting?
No, we kept this as is.
Okay.
We also tend to have a snack table or a snacking area, and then like a arts and crafts station for kids.
Oh, yeah.
I think, I mean, the hallway is long. We use the whole hallway. Because then it's most like, I think using the hallway is better than another room, because it seems like a different, I don't know. I like the idea of the hallway and coming in here. I don't know about the rest of you.
Always not
Whoa.
wide though. If you put a desk in there, people gather around and now you can't get to the
Yeah.
next one.
He's one to close off the.
Sometimes though, I think
The
if you
rest of
got
the hall.
like people gathering around and get a crowd, to get people more interested, because I think something really good's going on,
Yes.
Free pub.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just walk on
That's at the
by.
economic development table. Free shots.
First people are a little shy, they don't want to necessarily talk, and they just kind of want to listen.
So there'll be a separate station for kids?
Yeah, there tends to
We've
be
done in
one,
the
yeah.
past, yeah. If you think there's going to be a lot of like families,
It's a school night too, so keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna get the attendance. You will get some.
We're looking at November 14th, is that? I mean,
Is that gonna be the date?
yeah, that was a previously scheduled
Yeah.
meeting date. Our staff can't do the 30th of October because we have another big meeting that day, so that was the other one, but,
Yeah.
and then I know town meeting is on the 3rd of November, so I wouldn't really want to do anything that week.
Yeah.
So the 14th it is?
It's likely available. I'll verify with the clerk and let us know by our next meeting.
Then we can do this room and the
They're likely both.
next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially since it's after town meeting. So all the boards and committees are trying to meet. So some break in between. This will be right after a planning board meeting then.
So what time do you think we'd have this?
5 o'clock on Thursday.
5 o'clock, that early, okay. 5 PM on that Thursday, the 14th. Okay.
Is that a good time? 5?
What times?
5:30?
Yeah, I was going to say people might be coming home from work. We might lose some people if it's too early.
5:30 to when?
I'd say minimum 2 hours. We could do 2.5. But that would push it slightly.
5:30 to 8.
Yeah, I said,
We're here till 8 now.
It's late.
Right?
when you pick up time. Well,
Call it that and see how it goes.
Yep.
Yeah, we can always leave early.
5:30 to
I think that's what we're looking at,
I
yeah.
ran out of pizza.
We'll order lots of pizza.
out of John.
Do you want to add the town website to this postcard or
Yeah.
not? Put it under the Facebook master plan.
Yes.
Under there. Otherwise, these all look really good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you like the postcard, we'll put in an order for those, and yeah, it'll get sent out to every house and every business in town, so.
Is the survey going to be on the Douglas website?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you have the 3 ways to take the survey.
Yep.
Do you want to put it there too?
There's
So
the
it's no-
page for the survey, the QR code will take you right to it. and then
Okay.
there's the public library. I mean,
Okay.
That's, yeah, I think it's good.
Does the picture look better for the
Gazebo?
postcard?
Yeah,
Yeah.
More colorful?
yeah. That works.
West Douglas.
What is it?
That's in
West Center.
Douglas, the gazebo.
I know, I was driving here, it's like, where's the gazebo? I don't see a gazebo.
That's where you come in.
Right off 146.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you won't go by it.
Yeah.
See, that's
It's like, I could have sworn I've seen so many pictures, but I don't see it anywhere.
it's in the center of town.
Okay, keep an eye on it.
This is not the center,
That's right, this is the downtown.
so
downtown.
used to make those slight edits.
Yep.
Anything on the flyer? I think this looks great. Get these out everywhere. We'll
Yeah.
finalize all these things at our next meeting. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good, thank you, Matt.
Vote on everything.
I think, Mike, you said something about 20 years, so
Yeah, she took a note.
Yes.
took a note on it.
Yeah.
Great.
So these are the 2 same QR codes? You got one on the bottom and the big one? You got
The one
two.
in the bottom is the kind of website the website that we created. It's not directly to the survey. I don't know if
I
that
don't
makes
know
it a
if you
little
want-
too confusing.
Yeah, you might want to distinguish what you
Okay.
got going on.
That
Well,
one
it
I
says here, like, learn more about the Douglas master plan here.
Yeah.
And then this is just, yeah, well, I guess this one doesn't say it's to the survey, but
See what I'm saying? It should highlight, if that one's for the survey, say scan me for survey,
Yeah.
and then on the bottom one, for more
oh yeah.
meeting information, scan me. Or something like that, so everybody knows kind of what's going on.
No, it does
We have
say-
2 of them on the same page.
Says learn more about Douglas Master Plan.
Yeah, but then you got another one that
Right.
says scan me too.
That should.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm worried if you like pull your phone out.
Two-take
your
survey?
phone goes to this one and not, I don't know.
So if I could, the postcard's going to every household, correct?
Yes.
And how is the flyer distributed?
The flyer, this is more of a print material, so we could hang it up a couple here, at the library, wherever in town that.
Pizza
lets-
places,
Yeah.
restaurants.
Restaurants,
Restaurant, yeah, if they,
barber shop.
Yep, barber shop's a good place.
churches, maybe,
Doctor's office,
yeah.
dentist.
Will people see this online
Senior
also?
center?
Yeah, I have an online version, it's a little
If the
bit
post
better for
office
viewing on
will allow it.
phones and
Yeah.
stuff.
Condensed,
So
good.
it has the same information, it's pretty much the same, it's just not 8.5 by 11.
Okay, cool.
You can correct the times on the postcard.
Yep.
Do you think that we should put any of these things in other places besides just, because not many people go to the senior center? We're going to the library, the senior center, town hall,
Adult Center.
the post office. Because only people go to the post office, people get their mail there. So I don't know, maybe it's other places, the post office closes at 5. Library, I don't know what time that
Yes.
closes. Yeah, the survey.
To get,
You know, when they
to
pick
get
up
the
the
paper
survey.
copies.
each kid get it in school to take home to their parents?
Yeah, we'd have to ask like the
The school.
superintendent, I guess, about that. I don't know if they do
I can
print
ask,
things or virtual
either you,
backpack
Ryan,
stuff.
can ask
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah. The kids even bring them home.
But I don't know.
Paper airplane. We can make 40 paper airplanes.
Paper airplanes on the bus.
I mean, could you put any, like at Harry's or someplace like that? Harry's, people go in and pick up pizzas and everything, they can,
Permanently, if they allow it.
if they allow it.
Yeah, we could ask
make a
people,
little
I mean,
box.
I'd throw them at my shop, you know?
Right, they-
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Roll on Main has a bulletin board as
Right.
you first walk in.
but a little box where they could pick them up there.
Like you say, you need to ask. you
So
know?
so in addition,
Absolutely.
Sounds like a task
I'm
for
sorry.
Bob.
So in addition to our online presence, are we going to use any of the social media that's available? Getting the word out?
How'd I job?
Yeah, we have the Dynamic Douglas.
We are
page.
Dynamic Douglas. They have almost 7,000 people on there.
Oh my God,
And
yeah.
that's how they really get news around
Yeah.
now. So if you could have a link so that people can use that also.
Yeah.
That's a big way to get a hold of people.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You'll get 1,000 people in this room if you get on that website.
Yeah, it's, yeah.
Which was,
See, it could happen.
Careful what we wish for.
Well, are the town halls posted there?
I don't think the town hall, it's individuals, it's a group,
Yeah, it's a private group.
yeah.
I don't think any town officials, other than selectmen, even post anything on there. And that selectman's no longer part of the selectmen. So,
Yeah, we can break new ground here.
and I don't know if anyone else who's a volunteer commits to anything to that page.
is that like Dynamic Douglas?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
I
Well,
think
I mean,
everyone looks at it, but I don't think anyone says anything on it, at least anyone
Yeah.
that volunteers here, I don't think. I haven't seen anyone post.
I'd be surprised if they had any objections to us putting some of this material in there, or links or what have you. I think the moderator is one of the originators of that group, so I'm sure he would be amenable to that.
Dennis the moderator of that or somebody else?
Town moderator.
Yeah.
Menard.
No, you're talking about, yeah, Keith.
I mean, like, have other town, town staff hosted events been posted about on that page?
Like the Oktoberfest.
There's some chat about Oktoberfest. I
Yeah.
mean, we don't have local papers anymore, so people really go to these sites
Yeah.
for what's going on, and I've been seeing people are asking when Oktoberfest is.
Right, yeah, I've been seeing
Yeah.
that on, that.
Douglas
Yeah.
Master Plan tries to make a post on their page. That's when you get invited in as an admin, right? Or you get invited in as a member, and you make a post,
Yes,
they'll probably approve it.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Were we talking about setting up a little section at Oktoberfest also?
Yeah.
A
we
booth?
talked about that.
That's a good idea.
It is a
Yeah,
good
who
idea.
organizes
Yeah.
Oktoberfest?
Town administrator, but I could,
There's an Oktoberfest committee.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder if the Jenks store would put something. 'Cause they have stuff going on
oh, I'm
there.
sure they would.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would.
We'll make a little tour, once we get like 100 of these on paper, it's just that, seeing how many we can put up. Let's get them approved first at our next meeting, right?
Yeah, let's
Right.
do it. Anything else we need to touch on this evening? You have anything else for us, Emily, or? Good?
That's good. So we feel good about the, when should I wait for confirmation for the November 14th date for the workshop?
5:30 to 8.
Why did
Yeah.
I write November 12?
Is there gonna be a place where they can mail these back to?
Oh, yeah, so there, we'll have like these kind of, called like ballot boxes, I guess, so
Yeah.
people can just submit, like, put them into the box at the, hopefully we'll have it at the senior center, at the adult social center, the town hall, and the library.
Library.
Yeah, but how about if people want to just put it in their own mailbox and send it out here?
You could mail it directly to town hall if they wanted to.
Well, that,
They
maybe,
would need a stamp.
Yeah,
we need to, maybe we need to put down if they can do that.
They'll need more than a stamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll tell them what they need for postage and tell them where they can mail it if they want to. Because, you know, somebody will fill it out and they go, I don't have time to go down there. And then it'll never get here.
Well, how are they getting it? Because the paper copies would be available at those
But then you
places
gotta go back and
anyway.
bring it back again? I don't know. I think they should have you should have the option of being able to mail it back if they want to.
Well, the postcard's just a QR code and a link for them to go on that way. They're not getting a paper survey.
Oh, okay, I'm talking about the survey.
Yeah, that'll be available.
The
to
actual
pick up
paper
here.
one.
Right, but to bring it back,
Yeah,
can they mail it back or something?
that's, if they want to, they can.
Yeah, so that we need to show them an option of where they can mail it to or whatever.
The last page is blank. Make it look like a postcard, put stamp, put postage here, with an address.
Yeah.
We go.
Town of Douglas Municipal Center, what office do we want?
But you better
Community
tell them how
Development?
much postage they need.
I don't know.
They'd have to- If someone wants to go through all that and figure it out, then they're better off
I
dropping
can
it
go
off.
to the post office tomorrow, if this is what we're using,
Yeah,
how much to mail this?
there you go.
They'll put it on the scale, it's probably oversized.
I mean, how many folks are gonna mail these back? 10?
Right.
15?
And it's still 10 more than we
Right.
have.
It's just-
You know, you're not gonna get hundreds of these back.
Oh, I know.
So don't be, remember?
Yeah.
See.
I can just go pick them up from their houses.
Call Emily.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, I mean, we're assuming
It's a
that,
complicated deal, because if you mail it, you have to be able to have it all folded up and sealed. You just can't take this, throw it in the mailbox. So, unless you're picking these up with a self-addressed stamped
Envelope.
it's pretty difficult to do that. And now you're having postage fees
Right, the cost of that.
might not be used. I understand the concern, but if you're coming to the town hall to pick this up, and then you're gonna come back to the town hall.
But if we're gonna
to
have
drop
them in different places in town, they won't have to come to the town hall to pick it up.
Yeah, they could drop it in the ballot box in one of those two.
That's what, the- yeah.
That's what he's saying, they drop it at the other spots also.
We have like pre-written envelopes or something. Someone takes the survey, they take the envelope. And
And
then,
if you go to the post
We have it in
office,
our
to
budget.
put post.
well, yeah, I guess you,
Just go downstairs to the
Yeah.
adult center,
Well, that's what I'm getting
drop
at.
it off.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Are you gonna have places that you can drop off without having to go in? Because, you know, like you said, the post office closes at 5, the senior center, the adult center closes, the library is closed.
Will this box be inside or next to our drop box outside?
good question. For like the library would be inside.
I don't think they have a weather-resistant box.
Nope,
For
it's
this.
it's a cardboard box,
Yeah.
what's
so.
the box we have out there right now?
That's just our mailbox.
The one right in the front?
Can
yeah, they
put
could
it
use the
in there?
Dropbox
No,
right up
It's
front.
a drop box,
Yeah, of
right?
course they could, but, you know,
Well, it's something that would
inside as well.
be nice to find out about.
It's a drop box for everything, there's no
Yeah.
reason they can't put these, and
Yeah.
whoever opens it up,
Of course they could.
Yeah, people put checks
So, I
and
mean,
stuff in
that's,
their mail. I
that's
would think it'd be
24, because that's
watertight.
24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just where I'm
Yeah.
at. Whether we need permission from selectmen to use it or not, I don't know.
That's absolutely okay.
So,
Maybe we could note
just
that.
say whenever it's opened up,
Yeah, municipal center
Every day.
Dropbox.
Yeah.
if any of them come in, then
Yeah, just
they go
have
to
that
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that could be on here where the town hall's Dropbox is 24/7.
Yep.
So they know that, you know, it's 5 to 5, and we're gonna make it to drop this off. Well, if you go into the library, it's 10 houses in here. So you come up here, you can drop it off at any time.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, if
Yeah,
you're
we can
sending,
note that
sending
in the
back the
flyer.
survey, you don't really have to send back the maps with it. You only have to send back the survey.
Keep the maps. It's a bonus.
No, I mean, right? They don't need to
That's
send
true.
back the maps. So,
So we'll go with the drop boxes, knowing that the town drop boxes
Yeah, I think so.
24/7. And people can pull up very close if they have mobility issues.
is the senior center, is it inside? Do they have to go down the ramp and inside to the senior center?
I assume so, they're cardboard boxes.
Yeah, it'd be the
Those-
ballot
Cardboard
box
boxes will
inside.
be inside, library will be inside, only this one will be, well, your box will be inside, but after hours, we use the town drop box.
So it means somebody's gonna, no matter who brings it back, they're gonna have to get out of their car and walk.
Yeah.
There's no drop off, like when you go to the mail, you just drop it in,
Yeah.
go by.
No, we don't have one of those. We don't have that luxury, unfortunately. Small town.
And that might, how would I say, I know it's on here, but on the last page, you could have that information written down. where and the hours available, so that people can, on the last page, okay, I'm driving by the post office tomorrow, I can drop it off, or
Library
I'm not
hours,
gonna
post
make
office
it,
hours.
I can make it to the town hall anytime after work and drop it off.
Yeah,
That way
outside
there's
drop-off.
information right there on
Yeah.
where it can physically be dropped off.
Then again, if we know people who's filling it out, we could offer to pick them up for them too.
Right.
I mean, I don't think we should offer on here, but I'm just saying personally. Like, if you know your neighbors that fill it out, say, yeah, I'll pick it up and I'll drop it off for you if you want.
Right.
Make sure it gets there.
But no doubt 98% of everybody's gonna do it online,
Yeah, we're hoping that's the case, that,
you know?
yeah, online.
But the opportunities for one that want a paper copy, to let them know where they can drop it off at.
Where to get it, where to bring it. Yeah.
It's cool, thank you. Appreciate it.
Wow.
Very nice.
Yep.
Any final thoughts or questions? We'll be finalizing it next meeting.
Motion to adjourn?
Or a second?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Guys have it.